It's Superman versus Supergirl. Who is more powerful and why? Let's find out. What's up, my comic comrades? Supergirl hit the big screen in the Flash movie this weekend, and she was awesome. But today we're going to discuss a hot topic that's been debated among DC fans in particular for quite some time now. Who is stronger, Superman or Supergirl? And here's the spoiler up front. It's Superman, and it's not even close. But we don't just make empty statements around here on Planet Variant. We come with receipts. So we're gonna show you why the Man of Steel easily runs away with this one. But first, like I said, it's Flash movie weekend, which makes us extra excited to talk about today's sponsor, Trends International. A few months back, we showed you their insanely cool laser engraved wooden Gotham City map and Star Wars poster. But today, it's all things DC posters. In fact, allposters.com is now the new home of Trends posters, where you can get all the coolest fandom posters in one spot. Check out their all-new DC Comics posters featuring Supergirl, Batman, and The Flash. With officially licensed artwork from the Flash movie and printed with an offset lithography press and coated to protect the inks, these posters are just amazing. And if you haven't visited allposters.com, you don't know what you're missing. All Posters is where pop culture lives. They have just about every cool brand and franchise we love, from Marvel, DC, anime, John Wick, Super Mario, The Mandalorian, and the list just goes on. And they offer everyday low prices, which makes it affordable for you to celebrate your fandom on your wall, at home, or in the office. They also offer free shipping on orders $39 or more. And when you sign up for their email list, you get up to 55% off your first purchase. So grab the Flash posters now on allposters.com. Just use our link in the description. Now on to the main event. First, let's set the table with the basic fact that Superman and Supergirl are Kryptonians with nearly identical power sets. Both are extremely strong, fast, and virtually invulnerable. They can fly, have heat vision, freeze breath, and are powered by Earth's yellow sun. And while those things might be enough to trigger this debate, DC really ramped up the conversation with issues 5 and 6 of the 2021 Crime Syndicate series. You see, towards the end of the issue, you have Earth 3 Superman, aka Ultraman, an evil version of Superman, about to deliver a fatal blow to Luthor. But before he can land his punch, his fist is caught and he's brought to his knees by Earth 3's version of Supergirl, who says to him, "Why so shocked, Kal-El? Aren't you glad to see your cousin Kara?" Then in the very next issue, issue 6 of Crime Syndicate, she proceeds to beat the ever-living crap out of Ultraman and would have defeated him if it weren't for the interference of Superwoman and Emerald Knight, the Earth 3 versions of Wonder Woman and Green Lantern. So after seeing that outcome, a certain part of fandom uses this to make the following argument. Ultraman is an evil Superman, a ruthless Superman who will not hold back. And Ultra Girl, Supergirl's Earth 3 evil counterpart, is a ruthless Supergirl who doesn't hold back either. When they went head-to-head in the Crime Syndicate issues 5 and 6, Ultra Girl destroyed Ultraman, therefore Supergirl must be stronger than Superman. Now that's flawed reasoning right out the gate, but it's further theorized that because Ultra Girl, much like her main Supergirl counterpart, lived on Krypton longer, which has much higher gravity than Earth, her body was made even stronger, giving her the edge over Ultraman and Superman. As a matter of fact, that idea was hinted at during the New 52 era of DC Comics, where it was suggested that Supergirl was physically stronger than Superman. To be more specific, in Supergirl issue 19, published in 2013, Supergirl and Power Girl, Kara Zor-El, Supergirl's counterpart from another universe, are fighting a villain when they end up in a sort of telepathic conversation. Power Girl tells Supergirl that she's fought Superman before, and then goes on to say, "Cal's always held back. You don't. That makes you more dangerous, and maybe just a bit stronger." So while it isn't definitively stated, the suggestion there is that Supergirl might be physically stronger because she doesn't hold back in the way that Superman does. But we know that different writers will add vague comments like that in comics from time to time just to be provocative, and they're often later clarified or corrected in line with the broader continuity. And when you consider the broader history of both Superman and Supergirl and all of the different storylines and versions, there's far more evidence to prove that Superman is the most powerful of the two in both strength and abilities. And I'll say it again, it's not even close. You could say a character is the fastest or the smartest, but if that doesn't match up with the evidence on the pages of the character's comic book history, small, impulsive, or intentionally vague and provocative word bubbles like that don't matter. A perfect example of this is how often we see less powerful characters find a way to beat another more powerful character in a particular story under specific circumstances. So maybe the plot of the story demanded for that character to win in that situation, but that doesn't automatically change the power or strength dynamic between the two characters. You always have to look at the bigger picture. So just because Ultra Girl was able to beat Ultraman in this one instance doesn't negate all the other countless feats Ultraman has done over the years. We're talking about a dude who in the Justice League of America issue 29 from the 60s gained the ability to see other universes. A character who blitzes both Golden Age and pre-Crisis Superman at the same time, as seen in DC Comics Presents issue 1. Here Ultraman was dodging 2 Supermen at the same time. Ultraman even one-shotted Dr. Fate in All-Star Squadron issue 15, arguably one of the strongest mystics in all of comics, and we all know Ultraman and Superman are vulnerable to magic, and he still one-shotted him. What has Ultra Girl done? I guarantee you, this is the first time a bunch of you have even heard of Ultra Girl, aka the Earth 3 evil version of Supergirl, and that is exactly the point. They did the same sort of thing with Moon Girl a little while back, with Marvel officially dubbing her as the smartest character in all of the Marvel Universe. Meanwhile, hardcore comic book fans are like, so this relatively brand new character out of nowhere is the smartest mind in the Marvel Universe? Totally negating the countless feats and contributions of other massively intelligent characters in the universe, like, I don't know, freaking Reed Richards for one? Or how about Bruce Banner, Tony Stark, Hank Pym, Doctor Doom, and Black Panther? All are fan-loved characters who have been around for years, decades even, and demonstrated time and time again their extreme intelligence. But all of a sudden, with no rhyme or reason, Moon Girl, who only just appeared in 2015, is automatically the smartest mind in the Marvel Universe. Nay, I say, nay. But to get back to the specific Superman/Supergirl debate and really nail this coffin shut, let's take a look at just a few of the countless examples of Superman demonstrating how this isn't really a debate at all. It's an open and shut case. Number 1, did we all forget the time in Superman 13 when the Man of Steel bench pressed the weight of the Earth for 5 days straight? No water or bathroom breaks, no naps, just freaking throwing up the weight of the Earth 6 sextillion tons for 5 days straight like the boss he is. And what makes this crazier is he wasn't even at his max bench. He wasn't at his limit yet. It's just the machine was at its limit, so he couldn't lift any more than the weight of the Earth. Or what about one of his most overpowered moments ever back in Action Comics 273, where he sneezed away an entire dead universe? Everyone was freaking out when we saw One Punch Man sneeze away a planet, but Superman sneezed away a whole universe. But let's keep going, shall we? What about the instance in JLA 77 when Superman quite literally held a black hole in his hand all by his lonesome? The Justice League watched it all, with Jon Stewart even being like, so what do we do with it now? And you know what Superman did? He flew it into space and threw it like a baseball so far away that when it exploded, it wouldn't hurt anyone. Essentially, the Man of Steel was able to hold something that could suck in an entire solar system. That kind of gravitational force would instantly crush or disintegrate any ordinary object. Yet Superman withstands it, demonstrating not only his immense physical strength, but also his ability to resist incredible gravitational forces. And have we all forgotten about the time Superman fought the Golden Age version of himself, and every hit was literally fracturing and changing reality? It all went down in Adventures of Superman 649, where the comic says, the struggle between us has shattered the boundaries of space and time. Every time we connect, I'm transported to his world, living his life. A fractured dream, a persistent nightmare. As we see in the background, with every hit, reality is literally shattering and altering around them. But let's keep going. What about the multiple examples of Superman going toe-to-toe with universal threats like Darkseid and the Anti-Monitor and coming out on top? I can go on and on for days on the countless examples of powerful feats that Clark Kent Superman has demonstrated over the years, but I think you guys get the point. Like I said earlier, he has way more examples of being one of comics' strongest, certainly putting Supergirl to shame. And that's not a slight against Supergirl. She's a great character who is undeniably powerful and a hero in her own right. But when you look at the evidence, no matter what anyone says, the last son of Krypton, Kal-El, the Man of Steel, Big Blue, is clearly stronger than Supergirl. There you have it, friends, our 2 cents on the topic. Again, when it comes to this topic, it's as simple as looking at the countless stories where Superman shows how powerful he is and then compare it to the feats of Supergirl. It's just not comparable, but maybe you have a different take, so let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Other than that, we'll see you next time when we talk about all things comics.